Imagine a country where you can search all day and never find a single river, not one. A country that has to make every single drop of its fresh water, pulling it from the sea and magically taking out the salt. But while its land is thirsty for water, it's floating on an ocean of something else, oil. And beneath the sand, it's sitting on a giant invisible treasure chest of natural gas. So much that after the giants Russia and Iran, it holds the third biggest treasure chest in the whole world. Powering homes and cities across the globe, its national wealth reserve, its annual government budget, and the prosperity of its citizens are the envy of the world. Before we begin, do me a quick favor. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications because we're not just showing cities, we're rewriting narratives. A land where the poor cannot be found, even if you search for them. It's not a fairy tale. The United Nations and the World Bank have actually said it's true. Leaving aside small countries like Monaco, it surpasses all the well-known large countries in the world in terms of per capita income. The glory of its name, the magnitude of its economy, and its influence on world geopolitics is a fact that you hear, read, and see every time you turn on the radio, open a newspaper, or switch on the television. But do not be mistaken to think that she is as large as her name, or that her citizens are as numerous as is talked about. This entire nation is smaller than the state of Connecticut. It only has an area of 11,500 square kilometers and just 2.8 million residents. Note that we said residents, not citizens. The number of its citizens is only 12% of the country's total population. In other words, out of 100 people you see on the streets of this country, 88 are immigrants. The number of Indians in the country alone is more than double the number of the country's citizens. If we were to break down the number of its residents by country and rank them, its own citizens would be placed in fourth place. Indians hold the first rank, numbering 700,000. Bangladeshis and Nepalese hold the second and third ranks. From Africa, citizens of Egypt and Sudan live there in large numbers. A country that is a desert in climate, rich in standard of living, small in land area and population, but great in influence. Pack your bags. Stay with us as we journey to Qatar. Qatar is a small country located in the Middle East or West Asia, bordering only Saudi Arabia by land with the rest of its perimeter surrounded by the sea. It is one of the world's flattest countries with a low elevation above sea level. The entire country's average elevation is only 28 meters. In Qatar, not only mountains but also forests, rain, and rivers, which we find in abundance in other countries, are rarities. Over 95% of the country is desert. In the summer, temperatures mostly above 45 degrees Celsius are recorded. Nevertheless, drawing from its overflowing wealth, it hosts its residents and visitors by creating green spaces like Aspire Park outdoors, and by installing modern cooling technologies inside its great buildings, malls, and stadiums. And get this, you're walking in the scorching heat, and suddenly you're in Venice, Italy, with blue water canals and gondola rides. Nope, you're still in Qatar, inside a giant, super cool air-conditioned shopping center called the Villaggio Mall. It's a must-see. Doha is the capital city of Qatar and holds 80% of the country's residents. Founded in the 1820s, today it is the fastest-growing city in the world. It is easily distinguished by its skyscrapers that have sprouted in the middle of the desert. But Doha is not just a city of tall buildings. It has another face called Souq Waqif. It is Doha's ancient market center, a marketplace surrounded by fragrant, delightful cafes, where clothes, jewelry, and antiquities are sold. For Qataris, it is a place that reminds them of their yesterday, reconciles them with their tomorrow, and tells them of their identity, combining their memories and their history. The main gateway to Qatar is Hamad International Airport. Since we are in Qatar, do not be surprised if we repeatedly mention international standards. According to Skytrax rankings, this airport has been honored as the world's best. It is not the usual type of airport where you simply wait for your departure. It is filled with green forests, banana trees, palm trees, and works of art by internationally renowned artists. It handles 250,000 flights per year, about 700 per day. In 2024 alone, it handled 52 million travelers. It covers 22 square kilometers and has its own internal train because it cannot be traversed on foot. Qatar is also the owner of an airline that has managed to control the world's aviation industry in a short period, Qatar Airways. Though its name is mentioned frequently, it is only 32 years old, having started in 1993 with 2 Airbus planes. Today, it connects 6 continents with 230 airplanes and 48,000 employees. Recently, it stunned the world by ordering 210 aircraft from Boeing worth $96 billion. Qatar is a country so rich it can give gifts that even the President of the USA cannot refuse. It presented a Boeing 747 special jet, known as the Flying Palace and worth $400 million, as a gift to the American president. When asked why he accepted it, the president said one would have to be a fool to refuse such a gift. The extent of its wealth is not limited to its own borders. The Qatar Investment Authority has assets worth $530 billion internationally. In England, the Qatari royal family has more wealth than the British royal family. They own the Shard, the tallest building in Western Europe, a 20% stake in Heathrow Airport, and a 12.7% share of Barclays Bank. In Germany, they own 17% of Volkswagen and 10% of Porsche. They also own the French football club Paris Saint-Germain, PSG. In America, New York's Plaza Hotel and Texas's Golden Pass LNG are Qatari-owned. A few decades ago, things were very different. Before the 1950s, Qataris were people scorched by poverty in the desert, making a living by diving for pearls, fishing, and herding camels. In the 1920s, the Japanese began mass-producing cultured pearls, which destroyed Qatar's pearl market and led to 2 decades of extreme hardship. In 1939, oil was discovered, but the Second World War delayed extraction until the 1950s. After gaining independence from British rule in 1971, Qatar saw an economic revolution. In 1973, the annual per capita income skyrocketed to $1,200, up from just $35 before oil. The government immediately began providing schools, health institutions, and infrastructure. Despite modern luxuries, traditions like falconry remain. Falcons are treated like royalty, with their own passports and seats on airplanes, sometimes in first class. There is even a state-of-the-art Falcon Hospital that treats over 40,000 birds a year. Foreigners move to Qatar for high salaries and the fact that it is a tax-free country. The work week starts on Sunday and ends on Thursday. While Arabic is the official language, English is widely spoken in corporate workplaces. Qatar used football to show its identity to the world, spending over $220 billion to host the 2022 World Cup, building amazing stadiums, a futuristic metro system, and entire new cities. Qatar has Education City, spanning 12 square kilometers, where many of the world's renowned universities have branches. It provides free medical services to its citizens and helps them become homeowners. A married 22-year-old Qatari can receive a plot of land and an interest-free loan of 1.2 million Qatari riyals to be paid back over 35 years. Qatar is a country disliked by some in the Arab world due to its unique foreign policy, its support for the Muslim Brotherhood during the Arab Spring, and its economic cooperation with Iran and Turkey have caused friction with Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Egypt. Al Jazeera, its state media outlet, has also made enemies by broadcasting internationally. This led to heavy sanctions in 2017, which were lifted in 2021, though some tension remains. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We end our tour for today here. Thank you for staying with us. Would you like me to adjust the tone of any specific section or provide more details on Qatari history?